Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Yellow Brick Road Reselling. I've been coming on, if you're new to the channel, I've been coming on and packing my orders pretty much in the mornings. I decide to hit the record button. And welcome. Alrighty, so I have only a few orders today for eBay, but I figured I might as well go live and so I can say hi to my peeps who will hopefully be popping into the chat here soon. If you're new to my channel, check out my playlist. I have playlists on Amazon, on eBay, just a variety of stuff. Hey, good morning, Holly. See, there's one. There's a peep showing up. My husband, I'm sorry, just my daughter texted. So, when your child texts, you've got to check. But do you know what I love the most? Is I just got notified that I went live. I love that. So I just lost my train of thought from that. What was I going to say? Oh, my husband says yesterday, you got to come up with a catchphrase. Like a lot of the channels I watch have these like catchphrases. And I'm like, I got to come up. So we both have said we're going to watch the Wizard of Oz so we can see if we can come up with a catchphrase. And I said, well, what was the name? Does anybody know what the name of before she became like the Wicked Witch, but the old lady who was mean to Toto at the beginning of Wizard of Oz? Anybody know what her name was? Because you know how they call people who are pains in the butt Karens? I'm sorry if there's any Karens that pop in here. Well, I said we should call whenever we have a difficult buyer. We should call them whatever that person is. I can't think of what her name is, so we got to watch just to see. They may not even have a name to her. I'm assuming she probably does because she comes back and cries to her aunt about that lady. So she must use a name. Good morning, Lisa. Yeah, Holly, you're up early on YouTube. Although I was on watching Victoria's show when I got up this morning, eating my breakfast. I realized I had a whole package of English muffins that I hadn't even opened yet, and they expire tomorrow. So I said I better eat an English muffin this morning. Oh, we got 5 of you in. Welcome. I'm so excited how quickly more of you are popping in now. Maybe it's because I'm being a little more regular on coming on. I don't know. I wish I could hold off in packaging my orders later in the day so I could get more West Coasters. But my post office closes at 1:30, and usually by 10, my husband's ready to take my packages and run. And I don't want to complain about how early it is because I really appreciate that he brings my packages for me. So did you guys have a good day? I only sold 4 items on eBay, but I do have 2 Amazon orders that I'm going to ship. One of them, I forgot to grab the, well, I'll ask you guys what you think. And if you say yes, I'm going to go grab something to package it because I didn't plan ahead and I listed something without really knowing how I was going to ship it, which I always advise against that here on the channel. I didn't go by my own stuff. So anybody watch my video I put out yesterday on getting started with eBay? I put that out. It's funny how that one was actually, I had a list of stuff to talk about that made it so much better. Well, I did another video on shipping, and afterwards, as I was editing it, I was like, oh yeah, I mentioned I was going to talk about that, and I never talked about it. So I actually had to go back and make another video to pop into that one. Mrs. Gulch was the mean lady. Thank you, Lisa. Mrs. Gulch, or Miss Gulch. All right, so that's what, I'm going to have to write that down. So now we're going to have to call all of our bad buyers Miss Gulch. Be like, I got a Miss Gulch on my hands. I'm probably going to have a hard time remembering that. I got to use it enough times. So I was saying how, whose channel? Oh, so I mentioned it before. I watch Richie Hustles. And when he's going out sourcing for Amazon, he calls them, when he finds a dinner. So he calls it a dinner. He's from Boston area. So he'll say, oh, I found a dinner, which means it's a money maker. And I love that every time it's just like the whole thing about his dinners. And then when I used to watch Anthony and Nate in the morning, they would always talk about Doo Doo Brown. And I would always, I'd be with my husband in the car and I'd be like, oh, that's a Doo Doo Brown over there. Like something wasn't good or whatever. I would say that so often. It's really funny. I don't, now that I don't watch their show because they're not doing it anymore. I hardly ever say Doo Doo Brown. So for me, it's like, okay, I got to get a catchphrase, but I don't know what it's going to be. Good morning, Kitty. Yes. Oh, look at that doggy in your profile picture. Oh, my cat. Oh, Lisa's got a dog too. Oh, you guys with dogs. Gimmicks get so old to me. Tommy, you are a overall gimmick. Your whole profile persona. Oh, I don't know. I think it depends on how the gimmick is used, whether it gets old. I mean, because I'm just thinking about how many phrases do we use or have we used? And it's all based upon something that we've seen on TV and a show. Look at all the catchphrases from TV shows that people would say, like even Fonzie going, what was it he said with his thumb or whatever? I don't even know. But all of those types of things, some of them can become, obviously my item, whatever I come up with wouldn't be because I don't have like a whole TV audience watching, but I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. We'll see. But there are some that, and like, I will say that there are some channels I watch that those gimmicks do annoy me. So I'd have to just make sure I be careful what I choose. Yeah. I don't really want to go in further with what I want to say right now because I don't want to make it known which channel I might be talking about. I've been trying to be such a good girl and not bad talk anybody. Sometimes it gets hard though, because I'm so outspoken. In my real life, I'm very outspoken. And I usually don't hold back. Speaking of holding back, okay, I don't really want to always get, I don't want to get political, but I always do a little bit. So my friend, I don't know if I can find it. So there's an article in the paper, then I'll get to packaging my orders. There was an article in our local newspaper about after April 14th, there's going to be a bunch of people who are going to be evicted unless our local St. Lawrence County does something about it. And I just wanted to read what I put. So I read the article and I thought, oh gosh, here we go. And I read the article and I was like, oh yes, I really agreed with the article because it brought up good points. Like, what about the landlords and what are they going to do? And how many landlords are going to lose their property because they didn't get paid, so they weren't able to pay their taxes, and now the towns or the county or whatever are going to take over their property. So it was kind of talking about more, the article turned into more about how are we going to protect those landlords who didn't get paid so they don't lose their property because they didn't get paid. And so I put that some great points were brought up in the article. How many tenants stopped paying rent because they could, wait a minute. Sometimes when you reread what you wrote, it doesn't sound right. How many tenants stopped paying rent because they could not, because they lost their job? How many are choosing to just not work? How many are getting unemployment but aren't using that money to pay their bills but buy new things? And that was a jab at one of my friends. Her daughter is collecting the unemployment and she's basing it upon, she's got a daughter who's disabled, so she was able to quit her job because her daughter wasn't going to school. And she went out and bought a brand new Jeep. There should have been criteria put in place for those who couldn't get evicted. I feel for the landlords who have been taken advantage of. So that's what they should have done. They should have put something in place that made it so you had to prove why you couldn't pay your rent to not get evicted. It's not just because you don't have to pay your rent and you can't get evicted, so I decided not to. Because if you didn't lose your job, there's no reason why you shouldn't keep paying your rent. Which is what I told my kids about their student loans. And I know, Anissa, I think all of your posts on Facebook are about the affairs of this country. Sometimes you get me started when I see your post. But, and thankfully when I followed up with them, they both had continued to pay their student loans. Although I did tell, well, I haven't talked to my son recently. My husband's usually the one who talks to him, but I did tell my daughter, gosh, maybe a month ago, because they were talking about like the forgiving of student loans. And I said, you don't have to pay on your student loans right now. I told them to stop paying, because if they're going to forgive student loans, why should they keep paying if it's going to be forgiven? That just irks me, because what about the people who just paid off their student loans and now they're going to be forgiven, but they just paid them off? They're probably not going to get a refund. No one's going to refund me from the student loans that I paid. So, all right. So good morning, Anissa. And good morning, Tommy. I didn't say hi to you. And good morning. Hey, Toilet Girl, what is your first name? I know I probably have heard it before and I can't remember. And I'd prefer to call you that than Toilet Girl each time. Love that shirt. I know my mom says to me yesterday, I don't want you to get mad or anything, but don't wear that shirt again when you go live. I'm like, why? What was wrong? Could you see through it because it was white? She says, no, it just doesn't look good on you. Is that okay? I did remove I probably look whiter today because I removed the things that I had against my thing to block this light coming in yesterday, because the turkeys were going by and I miss seeing my turkeys because I was blocking my whole view of everything. So I removed them yesterday afternoon. Let's see. Who would I miss? I will be paying mine until I am dead, and that's no joke. I know student loans are they're ridiculous. Student loans weren't so bad until, well, they've always been bad, but they got worse when they wrapped, why do they always do this, the politicians? They wrapped student loans under Obamacare. Like, what does that have to do with healthcare? Like, the financing of student loans changed, and it's ridiculous. My daughter pays 8.5% for some of her personal student loans. It was cheaper for her to go buy a house than it was to go to college. Even back then, when the interest rates were higher for houses. I'm Scarlett. Well, good morning, Scarlett. All right, I'm going to write that down. I got to find a pen. And I got to find a paper. That's always the hard thing. All right, I'm going to write it on a sticker. Toilet Girl Scarlett. And you're like in the UK, right? So your time zone is like so much different than us. Right, almost time for bed for you. Oh no. So I heard so many resellers say it. I unsubscribed to so many channels during this crap. Say what? Okay, I don't know what I was talking about. Was it no, it wasn't. It was 2 minutes ago. So I'm assuming it was probably the student loan stuff or the tenant stuff. So what were they saying? To stop paying stuff? Yeah, I mean, I kept telling my kids to pay until it got to the point where they were talking about forgiving it. And then I said, all right, what's your balance? Because if Biden's going to forgive I think he said 12,000. If you still owe 20,000, then keep paying. But if you owe less than 12, then you might want to just hold back. But my daughter just got a raise, $1 an hour raise yesterday. I said, put all of that to your student loans, the ones with a high interest rate. You can hide me on Facebook. I'm not going to hide you. I enjoy reading what you write. Sometimes they make me laugh. What? Done 30 minutes on the treadmill this morning. Good for you. Oh, it's lunchtime. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was later in the day. And so that's all by design. Go to school, get into college, get a job, be in debt to the government. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. I wish I pushed my kids to go to college. My son didn't really want to go to college, but he's so smart. I don't want to say he still is smart. And I just really felt like he would just take the lazy way out. That's how I felt. And so I really pushed him into going to college, and he went for biochemistry. And he's working in a job now that you just need a high school diploma, which is kind of disappointing. Hopefully his degree will help him in the future. But if I could do it again, I probably would not have pushed him into going to college. They want $1,000 for me for student loans. Wow. Crazy. Oh, no, resellers not wanting to work so they don't lose unemployment. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my thing is there's so many jobs around here, and it's so cheap to live where I live. It is so cheap that there's no reason you can't get even a minimum wage job around here and pay for your rent. It is just so cheap. So it's kind of like if you're collecting unemployment and you're getting all those bonuses in your unemployment, most people are probably making more money around here collecting unemployment, then there's really no reason not to pay your rent. There's no reason not to pay your rent. Or go get a job. Although a lot of them don't want to go get jobs because they make more in unemployment. So pay your bills. All right, so let's see. I hate to do this all, but I got to run to the restroom already. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I went before I started too. But I feel like as soon as I get started packaging, it's best for me just to run now. All right, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I should see how many people I lose when I run to the restroom. I can't help it, folks. I'm sorry. I really hate that I have to do that. Especially so early into the video, because you know people rewatching it are going to be like, I'm out of here as soon as I turn off my camera. Sorry. All right. I'm just reading some of the things here. I'm not going to pop up any of the stuff that keeps me into a political view because I know I started it, but I don't really want to keep going down that way or I'm going to get so angry. All right, so let's get packaging my orders. eBay, awaiting shipment. Yeah, I only got 4 today. Oh my gosh, this one I sold. I'm so happy. This has been listed forever. It's just a Nike shirt, but it's long. It's a very long Nike shirt. It is, I don't know how much I paid for it. Sure, I got it back when I was thrifting clothing, but I took a best offer of $10. Yes, please get out of here. Honestly, I probably would have taken less. I just want it gone. So I'm happy with $10 because I probably still will make some money on it. And this is one of those ones that it was about ready to be pulled and just donated. It had a little tiny hole in it. So that was one of the reasons I think that it maybe didn't sell as quickly, you know, because it's Nike. But I didn't notice the hole when I bought it. And it's very, very small, just a pin size. You're not going to notice it when you wear it. Oh, you got 3 going out today, Anissa. I saw your post about having issues with printing labels. Sounds like eBay may have changed something. Or I wonder if it was the Windows 10 update. Because people were blaming eBay. But for me, Windows 10 messed up your Dymo, I guess. It didn't mess up mine though. I think maybe they had put a fix in already or something by the time I did the update. Because it was all right for me yesterday. All right, so let me just put in the measurements of this package. $4.38. It's going to Kansas. I hope she saw where I put that there was a little tiny hole in it. I don't want this one back. Don't want it back. Oh, no Windows here. Just a Mac. Okay, so then you didn't have that. Then it probably was an eBay issue. I probably should have done my Amazon orders first because I got something very big here. Hold on. I'm going to grab... Oh, I don't think this box is... I'm hoping that will work with that. I was going to put a box back up because it is like really bright. But you know what? It's not. That box isn't big enough. My boxes are over there. So my video yesterday, I pulled every single priority mailbox that I have. And I put them all together so I could show the different sizes. And, oh my gosh, I'm like surrounded by boxes right now. Like surrounded. Hey, good morning, Michelle. You're up early too. Good. Pam, I think I said hello to you already. Gosh, if I didn't, hello. Sometimes I forget. Especially when you do it every day, right? You're kind of like, wait a minute, was that from yesterday or was that from today? So I'm pulling off the sticker of, I sold one of these budget planners. I'm only down to one left. I wish I would have picked up more of these. So you know where I got this, which is really funny? Walmart. You could buy stuff at Walmart. I had somebody on Poshmark send me an offer for one of these and said, I know you can buy them for like $2 at Walmart. And I was like, yeah, $2.88. And they wanted to buy more than one of them. And I can't remember what their offer was. It was more than the $2. But I was like, well, then go buy it at Walmart. Like, if you know where I'm sourcing it, then go buy it at Walmart. Because their offer was still too low for me. Because I'm doing this to make money. Because I knew I could sell it for... How much did I sell this for? Sorry, I was not on the right page. I sold it for $13.39 because it was on my 10% off. So it probably was $13.99 before my 10%. No, must have been 14 something. So yeah, I've been selling these pretty regularly. I've sold quite a few of them. I bought like the whole box at Walmart. But now I wish I would have bought more of them. Next year I will. Again, I've told you guys, budget, fitness, faith. Budget, fitness, faith. If you see things that have to do with that, people buy them. Budget, fitness, and faith. So yeah, so this is a simple, let's see, where's my envelopes here? Oh, maybe, no, I'll just put it in this. Yeah, I've been getting so lowball. So I got a lowball offer yesterday. I would have lost money. So I sold and I packaged one of those Mandalorian toothbrushes, which is, again, so weird. That I was talking yesterday while I was packaging about how when you get an offer for something, then or you sell something, then all of a sudden you start, if you have multiples of it, you start getting offers. Those toothbrushes have been listed for a while, like all through Q4, because I bought them, yeah, during Q4, Mandalorian stuff. I picked up anything Mandalorian. And I sold one at asking price, and then I got an offer yesterday for one. But the girl was telling me that her son has autism. It's his favorite toothbrush, and it stopped working. And she knows that you can buy it at Target for $4, but she couldn't find one, and so she sent me an offer for like $6. I'm like, well, listen, I paid $5 for it, so man, I should have bought it at Target if it was $4, because I paid $5 at Walmart, and then it's free shipping. So I declined it, and then I said, sorry, but that price is too low. And then I mentioned to her that I have a son who has autism also. I have a son who has Asperger's. So it's like, yep, I know. Planners, what are planners? Budgeting? We don't have to pay. Oh, right. Just don't pay, and then you won't have to worry about budgeting. I need to start watching the Dave Ramsey. I was mentioning yesterday I'm going to start making some stuff that is targeting the Dave Ramsey crowd. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I know y'all watch me not to really see what I'm selling, but all the chit chat that I talk about in between my packaging. Or it's my huge sense of humor that you enjoy. I'm editing my video yesterday, and I'm like laughing at myself. It is really funny to edit a video of you. I told my husband, I'm like, I really need to hire somebody to edit, because there's things that I'll say that I might end up cutting out that somebody else might have found either funny, because I like to put some fun into my things, because I think overall I'm a fun person to be around in real life. Or at least that's what I'm told. It's hard sometimes to believe that, but when you're editing yourself, oh my gosh, it was horrible yesterday. And in the video, it's going to probably come out today or tomorrow. I was thinking about putting it out tomorrow because I'm probably not going to do a video tomorrow. But I was like, I hate when you record a video and then you have to wait to put it out just because the algorithm likes like stuff all the time. And I just know that I'm getting company again tomorrow. I'm getting company from tomorrow to Sunday. So I'm probably not going to end up going live. So I said, all right, I should hold off. But I want to put it out like now because I just took all this time to make it. But the whole time I'm recording, I know I'm going to edit it. So I will like pause, I'll reach, I'll blow my nose, take a drink, and all this. And I'm like, man, now I got to like literally watch every second of it to edit out all those things. Just crazy. I like when I just do things where I know I don't have to edit it. Like live. Although I should go back on my lives and download them and edit out when I run to the restroom. I've already had a kitchen disaster here. Oh my gosh, what did you do? Did you I saw a thing on Facebook today for people who have the glass stove tops, like the electric stove tops that are glass. Somebody had taken a glass cover that they use, to cover a pan cover, and it was hot, and they put it on their hot stove or something. I don't know. Ended up breaking the stove. I mean, I don't think it was their picture. It was like just a PSA. All right, so I sold this Jurassic Park Jeep. So there's a guy in town who he decorated his Jeep to look like this. I have thought so many times about giving him this, but he probably already has it. I bought this at EE Distribution to get ungated in Matchbox. And so I've had these. I think this is my last one. It was like a variety pack of these Jurassic Park ones. I think this is my last, which that would be a celebratory. It took years to finally, 2 years to sell all these. So I had probably 12 of them. Oh yeah, 0 available of this one left. I think that was it. That's awesome. Awesome that I got rid of them finally. They're a slow mover because I don't think a lot of people are collecting them. So I don't even know how much I paid for it because I never went back. The thing when you order from EED is you know how much you paid for the item, but then they bill your shipping later, and that comes through my FedEx account. So I roll my shipping into my cost of goods, and I never went back and did that. So I sold this for only $11.89. I'm getting a box. Oh, wait a minute. I'll use that. No, that won't work. That won't work. I should grab one of the boxes I put together yesterday. Oh, wait a minute. Here's one. See, I had all these boxes put together to show. Things like this, I mentioned it before, it's a Matchbox. So people collect these. It's not always for somebody to open and play with. So I won't put this like in a bubble mailer. I will box it just because, in case it is a collector. What's this funny? Because, I do that to those baseball cards or those football cards or whatever it was I was shipping a couple weeks ago. I think I'm all out of them now. I've actually gotten really good feedback about, if you read my feedback, the people who bought them were talking about how nice I packaged it. Oh, winning! I just sold something. Oh, I sold a planner. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's not the one I thought. I got an offer on one and I countered. I thought maybe I sold the one that I just countered, but to somebody else who paid full price. This box is a little big. I don't think, hold on. Let's see if I don't think it's going to fit in this one. There's too much movement in that box. I would have to get some air bubbles or something to fill the rest of the box. I'm going to see if it, oh yeah, it fits in my 8x4. I guess that's over there for another time. So it fit in the 8x4x4 box, Matchbox cars. Fit in these. You know, when you talk shipping, there's so many things that I wanted to talk about. My video's over an hour long already. And I was like, I wanted to discuss this and this and this. There's so much that goes into play when it comes to shipping. And that's one of the things I get a lot is do a shipping video. So I finally did a shipping video, and it took me so long because it takes so much time to plan, because I knew I wanted to show all these boxes, different ways that you can ship, some scenarios. It was nice. I was able to pull up Pirate Ship and show why there's times when you should ship with Pirate Ship. Although Tommy, I don't know if you're still around, but if you watch it, I did tell new people that they should do calculated shipping when they first start out. Because I think that's good advice. Don't do free shipping. Do calculated shipping until you learn how shipping works. And then you can start doing a flat rate shipping or free shipping or something. But I think if you do calculated, you're going to cover your butt because they're going to pay the most in shipping. Like your sales could be hurt because of it, because some people, like free or calculated shipping is higher than if you were to do a flat rate padded or something like that. But even there was something yesterday I was showing, calculated was, you have to watch my video, but I think calculated was like $16. But I almost never used medium flat rate, but the medium flat rate was actually cheaper. And then the regional A was even cheaper. And and that was going from New York to California. So it wasn't even like within my region for the region A to be cheap. Hey, good morning, drummer. I'm planning to plan. I haven't even done my planner for this week. And I did not do it at all last week. And my March goal was to list every day and to keep track. That did not happen. And I have not been keeping track. I've been listing, but I haven't been keeping track. Like, I've just completely gone off all of that and following what I usually do. All right, so this was $3.03 to ship because it was lightweight. And it's going to Connecticut, which I love when things go to the Northeast because it's cheaper for me. My best shipping tool, 3-inch 3M quiet tape dispenser. Is that a hint, drummer, that my tape is too loud? My tape is loud. I was watching, somebody was saying the other day that they use the 3M tape because it's quiet. So yours is 3M quiet tape. Mine's 3M, but it's not quiet. Of course, I was just using the eBay, but this is not quiet. I do need to get a 3-inch because you know how much tape I go through? Oh my gosh. And then I watched Scott the Bearded Picker, which, he's probably live right now. How many of you are going to leave me to go watch Scott? He has the paper tape, but I wouldn't mind getting that at some point. The problem is I just don't know where I would put the machine, and I would have to go somewhere else to package. And I'm lazy. I like sitting right here at my desk. All right, so yesterday I packaged one of these, this little sloth, purple sloth, and hello, I sold another one today. Like, these have been sitting in my store since October. When I get a best offer on something, sometimes I don't accept it right away. I will wait because I really feel just an activity on that item kind of gets things moving. And it's so many times I'll get a best offer and then all of a sudden I'll sell it full price to somebody else, of course. I will watch him later since he's only an hour now. Yeah, I'm going to watch him later too. And so this is the trick I've learned. Hold on, this is making noise. Let me stop making the noise. So I don't like watching Scott's live because his commercials are every 3 minutes when you watch it in a recording. But if you watch it within the first few hours after he's ended, there's no ads yet because it's still processing, so you can't add monetization to it yet. Which I've learned that as now that I monetize. So watch it in the next few hours. So when I stop, go watch them, and you won't have to deal with all of his ads. And you know, he doesn't. I like to be live when people are like, you know, like I'll read your comments and stuff like that, and I'll use it to drive conversation and stuff. But there are some people who go live who don't really pay attention to the comments. They don't really read them, and it doesn't really drive their conversation all the time. Sometimes I feel like he's that because he's got a topic. He talks about his topic. So I don't feel nothing I dislike more like watching Tommy's show, and I'm yelling at my screen because I'm watching it as a recording because I'm not up as late as he is. But I want to say something about the topic he's talking about, but I can't say anything. I'll leave a comment sometimes, but I haven't left comments lately. All right, 4. Most of the time I'm not like sitting right next to my computer watching, or I'm on my phone watching, doing something. Oh, that's right. I just sold something. I got to go grab that. Why is it I get distracted? I weigh it and then I forget, like literally within seconds. So this is only 4 ounces, $3, going to Iowa. I love when people have a P.O. box and they also put their street address. Very good. That way if I was choosing FedEx. I got a big item. I got to ask. I think I'll do that next. And then I got to grab the item I just sold. So yesterday, as I was finishing up my show, I had a sale on Amazon. My husband wanted to get out of here, so I didn't package it. So I'm doing it today. I need to know what you guys think, because I did not plan accordingly. Let's see. I'm just pulling up my orders. Here we go. All right. So I sold. Oh, it's going to a business customer. All right. I sold a John Deere front bumper for your lawnmower. I got these on clearance at Walmart. At Lowe's for $8.56. So it must have been $7.99, and then with tax. And it sold for $80. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So they normally are $80, and it was 90% off at Lowe's. So my question is, stay. So when you ship on Amazon, you cannot use boxes that make it look like it was drop shipped. So normally I would probably put this in like a Lowe's moving box. But I'm wondering if I was to do that, would it look like it was drop shipped from Lowe's? I bought it from Lowe's. And you cannot reuse old, like other boxes. So I'm wondering, oh, sorry, just saw Tommy's thing. It says, I like watching replays. It stops me from saying things I shouldn't say most times. True that. All right, so I was thinking about taking this and wrapping it in that like saran wrap stuff. Because the box, actually, I could just throw a label on this box and mail it because it's a thick, heavy box. So I'm thinking about wrapping it up in that plastic stuff and then just smacking my label on that. What do you guys think? Or should I put it in one of the Lowe's moving boxes? It's pretty big. I have some plain boxes. I was hoping it was going to fit in, but it did not fit in it. Could you heavy-duty poly bag it? I don't have any poly bags this big. I guess I could like black garbage bag it. I could black garbage bag it and then just tape it around it. But it's probably the same as if I put that shrink wrappy stuff on it. I don't know. But it's a pretty big heavy duty box. Like I said, I think you could just throw a label right on it. It does have the store label on it. I mean, it's a store location label. It doesn't say Lowe's or anything on the. It's conveyable. But yeah, I think that I could easily. I think that's what I'm going to do. Contractor bag. Yeah. I don't know if I have any of them down here. I'd have to go upstairs probably in the garage and grab if I did that. Just reading the comments. They're handy to have. Yeah, I probably should get some contractor bags and keep a box down here. I have some garbage, just normal garbage bags, but they're not heavy duty enough. So I wouldn't use one of those. So you're saying I should do the contractor bag over that you know that stuff I'm talking about? That wrap stuff? I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna go grab it because I'm hoping y'all are gonna say, yeah, use that because I have it handy. Actually, I probably should have checked over near my husband's area just in case he had some. But this stuff right here, I know it's hard to see because of the lack of my box right there. Let me see if I have a box I can grab. I gotta put my box back. Oops. All right, is that a little better? A little better. Not much though, but it's a little better. Stretch wrap over the black bag? No, stretch wrap just over the box. All right, so you're all saying pretty much the black bag. All right, I hear my husband up. I'm going to text him and tell him to bring me down. A bag. Let me see. Where's my Tony? I do not text my husband very often. It's been since Thursday. Can you bring me a black contractor trash bag? I'm live on YouTube. Because he's probably not in clothing. And I don't want him to come walking down just his underwear. Just use a contractor bag if you have one and tape the corners down. Okay, I'm going to do that then. I will just go ahead and wait for the black bag. I didn't know you had a 14-year-old. Tommy's got like a whole slew of kids. Actually, you have a young one too, don't you, Tommy? A brown one? Brown tape only? I have brown tape, but I'm not going to use brown tape on that. I wish I had black tape. I'll use clear. Okay, so then I also sold, it was a sale which you bought from Lowe's Day yesterday on Amazon. I sold this faucet. Let's see. So this I paid 82 or 32, 38. I can't even read what's in front of me. I paid $38 for this, and I sold it for $72 plus the buyer paid shipping. I'm hoping this fits in one of those, like one of these shoe boxes. Let's see. Ooh, it's just barely gonna fit. Oh, Tommy, you have all girls? For all of those watching the replay, you miss all the chat when you're not here live. All right, I'm going to see if this fits in one of these. Let's see. I'm hoping it does, but I have a feeling it might not. I have a feeling. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's like this much too high. I think I might just Frankenbox it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I got a new blade here the other day. Remember how dull my other one was? Maybe you don't remember. Okay, so if I put that flap right there, I'm going to cut right here. All right, hold on. I'm probably going to end up cutting myself. I always feel like it's going to slip and stab me in the leg. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to go through when it's like double the seam of a box, the double part. Oh my goodness. Oh, see? It just like went like that. I almost cut myself. I'm going to do that someday. I hope I'm live so you guys can see the blood gushing everywhere. So you can call 911 for me. Of course, you won't be able to tell them where to go. All right, I'm going to Frankenbox this. Even though it's an Amazon sale. There, put the lid right there. Put it right on. I'll just tape the heck out of this. Okay, you could go down just a little bit more. All right. I wish I had. I wish I had some of the Priority Mail tape because I like the old Priority Mail tape because you couldn't see through it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I gotta go. I'll be right back. I heard my husband coming and wanted to make sure he had pants on. Thank you so much. I gotta wrap that bumper in it. So I'm sorry I had to run so quickly. My stomach is not feeling so good this morning. In case you were wondering. I probably should not have gone live. It'll be a quick video this morning. Alright, what did y'all miss? I used some Zip Snip rechargeable cordless electric handheld box paper fabric scissors. My gosh, that's a long title. Best money I ever spent. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen those. Okay. Tape this up. And then I'm going to put just going to tape it all the way around. I got to change tape because I just ran out. I'm so unprofessional this morning. I'm so sorry. Never said I was a professional channel. Oh my gosh. All right. So yesterday I got a UPS shipment in of some stuff for my new eBay store, and I'm excited to get that listed. And I want to tell you about a show I was on, a class I signed up for this week. When I get this done. This is making lots of noise. I want to tape it all the way around so it doesn't come apart. I've never had them come apart, but I don't need my eBay or my Amazon order to be the first one that it happens to, especially with a expensive item. Like I said, because this one sold for $72 plus shipping. Let me see, by shipping. So they only paid $11.99 in shipping. Hopefully that means it's coming. Oh, it's going all the way to Arkansas. Wow, that's weird. That's a very low shipping price. I think I'm going to have to reevaluate my price on this if it's not calculating the shipping right, which means the dimensions of the product are probably not correct in the listing. I need my tape measure. Took my other one and moved it. 20 inches by 7.5 by 5. 20, 7.5, and 5. 20, 7.5, and 5. All right, so I signed up for this class. It was on a Facebook ad. I actually signed up for another one today. It's a free class, and it was talking about finding the right product. And it's funny because I'm in there and I'm watching it yesterday. It goes live at 2 o'clock every day, but I was watching it last night. It's in a Facebook group. It's run. It's for 5 days, and it's an hour every day, and she's going to give homework, and it's just kind of like get you thinking about the product. Well, oh my gosh, this is 5 pounds, 0.05. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, so it was talking about finding a product, and it was, so I took a class before. I watched videos before on bundling on Amazon, and then I paid for a course. I found that I didn't really get a lot from the course that I already wasn't getting from just watching her free videos. So on this one, I thought, okay, I'm going to sign up. You know, in the long run, she's going to ask you to pay for something, because why would she do this for free? And I ended up watching it, and the whole hour was kind of like, all right, she's not really saying anything I don't know. But the people in it are so new, and it's so funny. I literally want to say, hey, listen, you know, this is what I sold on Amazon last year. But it was, priority mail is still only $11.70. That's pretty good. I thought it was going to be really expensive. So one of the things that she sold, so if you want to look her up, I mentioned her name yesterday. You might even be able to still join her class. Let me see what it's called. It's the 5-day sprint to find your perfect product. She's got 7,800 members. That's the group. So she started off selling vinyl. She had I'm assuming like a Cricut or Silhouette, like a cutting machine that she said broke. And then she ended up taking that, she got rid of it, and she was about ready to throw this vinyl away. And she thought, hey, I wonder if I could sell this vinyl. How many times do you guys do that with your eBay stuff? You go to throw something away. That's how I got started in eBay, doing it full time. Was that we were going to get rid of some stuff. My husband's old cologne, he was never wearing it. We'd had it for like 20 years and he hadn't touched it. And I said, I'm just going to look and see how much this is going for. And I sold it for over $100. So think about all the things that you would throw away that people will buy. She took that sheet of vinyl and cut it into strips and sold it. Then she had her husband, I think it was her husband, had a piece of wood and he cut it into these blocks. And she sold just wooden blocks, just pieces of wood. And she said she made like 9,000 or something. I can't remember exactly, dollars on it. So I'm like, holy smokes. So then she goes on to talk about how towards the end, she goes, it's not the blocks that I was selling. I was selling the dream of what you can do with the blocks. So she would put in her listings all these like art and craft things you can do with the blocks. And people would see that, and that would make them buy the blocks so they can replicate whatever that item was. It was really interesting. So the homework last night was come up with an item that's sitting around your house not being used anymore. She is all about using Pinterest. So then go to Pinterest and put that in and find things that you can do with that item. So I saw somebody put like an old file cabinet, like a 2-drawer file cabinet. And then they showed some stuff on Pinterest that they could do with it. So then do that. And then who's your target audience? It's not any different than my bundling. The bundling class was think about what people's needs are. What's a niche? Narrow it down to the most smallest minute thing. Don't go huge. Just narrow it really down. And then think of who is your target audience. Very, very small. So, oh, thanks, Holly. Did you order Priority Mail stickers? I did. It's actually in my video that I'm going to release later. I went and I ordered them online to show everybody how to order USPS supplies. So thank you. I remembered to order them. All right, that's done. So I was like, okay, so now you're thinking, well, I got some ideas in my head already of things I'm going to do in this new business venture I'm kind of testing out. And I said to my husband, I'm like, well, I don't really want to share that because you needed to share. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to share that. So I need to share something that I'm not worried about somebody replicating or knowing that they don't have a lot of access to. So we have in our closet a big bowl of chaga. And if you don't know what chaga is, it's a mushroom that grows on birch trees. And it has medicinal uses. So you take the mushroom off, you dry it out, and then you turn it into a powder and you can drink it like tea. And it's supposed to be really good for inflammation, for diabetes, all these things. My husband took it last year multiple times a day, which actually ended up being too much. He was kind of overdosing on it. But if you take it every day, it helps with inflammation. And he said he felt so good when he was drinking it. So we have this big bowl because we ended up harvesting quite a bit of it. And I was thinking about selling it on eBay because it goes for good money per pound. So I was thinking about, all right, I'll sell it. So I actually ended up using that. And my target audience are people who like homeopathic, natural ways for healing themselves and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out and what today brings for topics. But it definitely is enough to get you kind of thinking about, okay, what kind of product? So so the other thing is she took this I got another package, by the way. I got my black bag. But she took this 2-tiered stand. So it's, like a big plate and then a smaller plate, and it's got like a pole in between. One of these 2-tiered stands. And she had purchased them and was selling them at a garage sale for $5 in like a flea market. Hold on just a second. Are you ready to go now?
No, okay. I'm asking before I go upstairs and have a coffee.
Oh, no. All I have is that little bit, but I have this one right here, and that's it. But I'm telling a story, and when I've done the story, I'll be packaging that one. All right, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so she has this 2-tiered stand, and she was trying to get the point across pretty much of think about where you're selling your stuff. So she was selling that at a garage sale. She has a newsletter that she sent out. She sent it out to her newsletter people and let them know that these things were for sale. And then she went to a website, I'm assuming probably like Wayfair or something like that, that's targeted towards people who are decorating their homes. And she sold it there. She sold it there for like $30, $35, where she was getting $5 at her garage sale. And she was saying how you got to think about your product and where is the best place to sell it. And she never mentioned eBay, but she said something that made me feel like she was talking about eBay, that type of thing, it would sell on eBay, but that's not your target audience. So your target audience is a place like the Wayfair type of place. So it was really interesting, and it really made me start to think about different stuff. So then this morning, I'm on Facebook. You could tell I'm just like searching for something. Like I feel like something's missing and I don't know what it is. So I'm reading Facebook this morning, and I joined a group. Let me see if I got approved, because I don't remember. Oh, something's at my front door. I don't think I got approved. Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe it wasn't a Facebook group. Let me check my email. Okay, Gold City Ventures. So they have a class that's free. Again, just pick up the little tidbits and nuggets. And if you're a motivator, self-starter. Oh, hold on a minute. There's a guy walking around my house. Let me see what's up. Oh, it must be the roofers are here to fix. We have like a major leak in our roof. So you can pick up tidbits. If you're a motivator, self-starter, you can listen to stuff like this, and it is just what you need to light that fire to get you running off and doing something. So this one is all about producing digital content. And I have thought about that to me is a passive income. There's time up front to produce it, but once you sell, so I used to sell this cookbook. I was on a diet called the Omni Diet, and I've lost really good weight on it, but it's all no fat, no carbs, and no sugar. Very, very, very strict diet. But you have specific recipes in certain phases, certain food that you could have. So I'm going to turn my phone off now since it's making that noise every time they walk by the front. So so I was selling that on Etsy and Amazon. And Amazon, of course, they send it right away. So people buy it and they send it. And then I was selling it on Etsy, but I had to email it to them because at the time they didn't have that set up. But I did really, really well on that. I ended up taking it down because I was a little worried about copyright, because a lot of the recipes were from other people's. I just kind of compiled them into one. But I ended up taking it down just from fear. As time went on, I started making more and more money from it. I actually got fearful and I took it down. But you can make, like Holly just says, PDF patterns can bring good money. On Etsy, there are so many digital downloads that you can buy. There are, as you know, I do my printer, and people will design stickers, but you just buy the download and then you print it on your printer on sticker paper. And people do that all the time. So this course is a 10-day printable design challenge, and it's just using Canva in the free Canva. So I'm going to take this, and just maybe this will give me some ideas. I'm going to start blocking time out for these different ideas that I'm thinking of, so I can really give them some like time. Give it, I don't even know the time frame that I'm going to give it to see if it kicks off and it actually does something. And then I'm changing my business plan this year. I'm going to be doing something different because I just feel like what was working isn't working now. So I got to change it up. But I thought, okay, this is a free course. Why not? Why not? Because there might be some tidbits that I can pick up. Just like when you watch YouTube channels like this, you watch it and you might most of the time say, geez, 99% of the stuff I knew that she talked about, but there's that 1% that she dropped a tip on that I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed to change my business or change a huge time saver or whatever. And I find that when I watch some channels, I'll get those little tidbits. Sometimes I watch them for entertainment, but something like this, I know that I'll probably learn something that I can use. And even if I can just put up 3 or 4 downloadable type of things in my Etsy shop that make it so, and you can do it on eBay too. And maybe even Amazon, like there's other places you can do this downloadable stuff. But Etsy makes it so easy because it will just automatically email it to them. I don't think they have that on eBay. And eBay, my gosh, there are so many people illegally selling downloadable books. It is just ridiculous. But so I'm going to think about that and see maybe going in that direction also, because I just want to feed that creative side of myself right now. That's where I'm kind of craving. I want to do that. So I'm going to see how that plays out. All right, let me package my bumper. For those who are popping in late, I sold a John Deere bumper for your lawnmower. So they weren't selling. Like, this is the first one that sold. But I said, it's the middle of winter. Who's going to be buying one except for people in the South? Let's see where this one's going. So I knew as it got warmer that these, and I have some like leaf blowers, those types of things are going to start to pick up. Let's go to Florida. Oh, it's going to a PO, very long number. I wonder if it's going to be like forwarded. So, all right, I got this black bag. That's what you all said I should use, right? And I just cover it and tape it. Let me see if it'll go. You guys are going to be hearing a lot of noise on my microphone. I apologize. This is a huge bag. I wonder if there's a way. I'll just do this. I was just thinking there might be a way to save the bag to be able to still use the bag as a bag in the future. But I'll just save the plastic for another box after I cut it. All right, so I'm going to cut this. Get sideways here. Get my scissors. Trying to get it at the right angle here so I can cut and still be in camera. Let's see. I think if I go straight right here, and then I'll do it over here. Ooh, that seems low. Go up. Go up. All right, that's better. All right, throw that over there. My clear tape. So my in-laws are coming to visit tomorrow. That's who my company is. So I'll be taking some time off because I'll be entertaining them. Entertaining my mother-in-law. We're supposed to get warm weather, so I'm hoping my husband will be busy boiling sap, making some syrup, and some moonshine. Maple moonshine, not the illegal moonshine. Okay. So I'm just going to like tape all of this down so it fits really snug. That's what I'm doing right now. Snugly fitted black bag. Let's see if I fold this over. It's like wrapping a present. It's like Christmas time. Christmas in March. Hey, any of you gotten the COVID vaccine? I'm trying to decide if I want to push getting it right now or not. You can around here. Believe it or not, I'm too young and too healthy. Although I could possibly push the health thing because I am a diabetic and I could get a letter from my doctor and probably get the vaccine. I'd like to try that new vaccine. It's only one shot, but I'd like to hear some of the side effects first. So many people that I know that got the second shot got so sick. One of my husband's friends got it, and he was sick for 2 weeks. He had like the flu for 2 weeks. I have a family member who has to put cream on her face. So she has, she's been having some spots move for skin cancer, and she's got to put cream, like chemotherapy cream on her. And the doctor said it takes like 2 to 3 weeks because you're going to your skin peels completely off. We were looking at pictures the other day and we're like, oh my gosh, yeah, it doesn't look so good. Anybody know anybody who's ever had that? Because that sounds scary, but I think dying from skin cancer sounds scarier. So it's just going to be like staying home like with COVID. We just have to stay home for a few weeks while things heal up. They will have to tackle me to get it. I got my first one last week. Oh, great. Yeah, I've heard the first shot is not so bad. Do you know which one you got, Holly? Was it the Moderna? That's the one everybody around here seems to be getting. I'm assuming they were able to produce that one quicker. Plus, it doesn't need that like sub-zero freezing stuff like the first one did. Pfizer. But the Johnson & Johnson is one shot. One and done. But Moderna is really good for a lot of the strains that are going around right now. So, yes, Anissa, speaking, I need to schedule a skin check. You should do that. Don't waste. My grandfather had skin cancer, and he had, I think, lung cancer, which I've now determined is no doubt he had that mesothelioma. But by the time we looked into like the lawsuits, because there's commercials on TV, by the time I looked into it, the statute of limitations of whatever had passed because he died in 94. But there's no doubt in my mind that's what caused it because he never smoked a cigarette in his life and died of lung cancer. Okay. But he also worked in a factory that had asbestos all over. All right, I got this all packaged up. I think this is good, right? I mean, this is like heavy duty type of bag. I don't think it would rip. No, it feels like it's thicker than the poly bags I use. All right, let's see. Let's see who we're going to mail it through. See how heavy it is. 615. Throw this away. Boy, my garbage bag gets full so fast. Hey, good morning, Myra. Welcome, welcome. I got a text from our DOH who said if you got the shot somewhere else, take your name off our list. Oh, okay. Let me put in this 615. I know, I keep going back and forth. Like 1 minute, I'm like, I want to get the shot. And then the next minute, I'm like, no, maybe not. My husband says he is not going to get it. But my daughter won't really be around us until we've gotten the shot. So I'd like to see her again. 23, 15, 6.5. 23, 15. So look beyond the box. 15, 6.5. I'm putting the box measurements in because not as it like it's a bag, because even though I put a bag in a box, or a box in a bag, I taped it all around the box, which now makes it into a box. It's not a bag, a box in a bag. Let's see. What are my options? FedEx. Why did I put the cheapest way down below? UPS ground is 14. FedEx ground is 16. Priority mail is $28.98. Whoops. I think I'll go UPS ground. UPS ground has it. Ding, ding, ding. This is a business customer. Do I need to treat them any differently? Let me go back. It says standard delivery. The address is commercial. I'm pretty sure this is like a forwarder of some sort. All right, I'm going to do UPS ground. They'll get it by the 19th. That's this week. Which reminds me, I've got to do my sales tax report. It's due on the 20th. I've got to do that. That's next. That's what I'm doing first when I get off with you guys. I've got to work on that and get that done. Because as soon as my in-laws get here tomorrow, I will be completely distracted and probably not get any work done. Except for orders in the morning. Alrighty, here we go. UPS grounds. Huh, okay. Now I get to tell my husband he gets to go to UPS. Well, he doesn't have to. I'll go to UPS. I do need to do a grocery order too, though. Thank you for the warm welcome here. Welcome. Tamara, we ate in New York State on Friday and keep getting a pop-up on my phone asking me about signing up for C19 exposure. How do you get rid of that? You know, I don't know. But I know it was something that you could sign up for. So I'm assuming you must have signed up for it. And is it, when you get the alert, look and see who the alert is from. Is it from like Apple? So it's coming from something in the health app? Or is it coming from New York State? Because there was something you could sign up for. I think it may have been in the health app. Let me check and see. Where was that? Let me just type in health. Let me check out this health app. I'm almost positive there was something in here that would track it. Don't turn on. Set up health details. Okay, no, it must not have been that because it's asking me to set up everything. I don't know where that was, but there was definitely something that I got a couple weeks ago that popped up. I think it was with the last update on iPhone when we updated. I don't know. You don't use an iPhone, do you? Don't you use an Android? I don't remember. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember something coming up, and I signed up for it. I know some people are against that because they feel like Big Brother's watching them and tracking them. I signed up. I signed up for it. I'm not really worried about people tracking me. It is coming from New York State. Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, send me a screenshot of it. I'd be really interested to see what it is, to see where it's coming from. See maybe if that's what I signed up for, because I know I did something, but I don't know what it was that I signed up for. So if anybody wants any information on that 5-day course, I showed the group name, but I'd be happy to send you a link. And then that 10-day course on digital stuff. I mean, I'm no kickback. I don't even know who these people are. It's just something I thought was interesting enough to sign up for it and just kind of follow it and see what it brings up. Maybe you'll see the ad yourself on Facebook, because I think it probably targets like resellers, or I don't even know. Maybe it targets crafters, or maybe using the word Etsy or something. It'd be interesting to know what they use for targeting on the Facebook ads. Well, speaking of that, I sold that thing on Facebook Marketplace because I'm drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace now. And I ordered from an eBayer to drop ship. And all right, Michelle, I will send you that. I'll send you the link to both of them. Look through it in Messenger. And I ordered it from the eBay person, and they marked it as shipped yesterday, but no tracking number. So I had to send them a message last night and said, "Do you have tracking? Because I need to upload tracking to Facebook by." I think they have gave me until Thursday. It's a lot of days. And they said they would have it for me today. I'm pretty sure they're probably a drop shipper too. Or I think the item might even be coming from China, because most of the ones that the item I was selling is an item that on eBay is sold by a lot of Chinese people. And this person was from the US. And their delivery time, I think, was the 23rd. When's that? I still need to change my calendar. Next Tuesday. So they said it would be delivered by next Tuesday. I can't imagine it's coming from China to be delivered by next Tuesday. But we'll see. They only had 8 feedback, so they're a pretty new seller. It could turn out to be not such a good thing. I decided I probably should take down my items that are drop shipping from eBay, because I just don't know if I trust eBay sellers that where I'm making money like that. Unless it's something. So there are some items I'm drop shipping from eBay, but the eBay has like 565 sold, and they have like more than 10 type of thing in stock. So that they replenish it and stuff. So I'm not worried about it selling out. And if they sold 565, that they're pretty legit. So I'm going to stick with those. But the other ones I'm not. I think I'm going to stop any that are maybe a little questionable, where I think I was doing that on some. iPhone. So Holly says if you go to iPhone exposure notifications. See, I thought it was a iPhone thing. Oh yeah, right there. Exposure notifications. So see on the iPhone, there's that under emergency SOS exposure notifications. Really got to buy a new web camera. Anybody has any recommendations for a good web camera? Let me know. I bought this one. It's an Amcrest. The Thrifting Goomba had mentioned it, and I mean it's okay for a beginner one, but like when I hold this up, everything is always blurry. It never zooms in. A lot of times people will hold stuff up and it's blurry, but then it will zoom in and get it clear. It does not. I think I have to invest in a good webcam. I do have a Logitech somewhere. I do have this one. Hey, maybe actually, when I'm done with this, I'm going to test out this Logitech. Plug that one back in. All right, yeah. So it says exposure logging status. See, mine says active. So my thing is, my husband and I are going to be taking a road trip this summer, and I did want to know if I'm going in an area that is really highly infected. Infected, not infective. Infected. Jeez. So yeah, so I'm almost positive it was during the last iPhone update, and it asked you, do you want to sign up for it? I bet you said yes, and it knew by your GPS that you were in an area that it had an exposure. Heck, mine should be going off all the time because my county is full of exposures. Okay, I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to lose you guys here for a second. Let me move my soda so I don't knock that over. I think that's why my stomach's bothering me this morning. I was drinking soda this morning. I should have known better. Soda does not do well with my stomach. Okay, so I'm going to... Let me see if can I plug it into this? I'm going to try plugging in. Maybe I won't even have to turn you off for a minute here. Until I switch over. Beep, beep, pew. Can you hear me now? All right, now can you hear me? Are both of your mics on? Am I echoing? Am I echoing now? All right, so I'm just literally playing with my devices here to see which one's best. So it sounds like that one didn't work. You got my dog's attention. Sound like a minion. Oh, I sound normal now. Okay. So I don't know what. It must have switched over to my microphone. It must have switched to this microphone and my computer. All right. Now I'm going to switch to this new camera. I'm going to try this camera. Let's try this one. All right. Are you this one? It is. Okay. How's my sound though? Look at my gosh. I look like I'm full of freckles. I look like I got like 1,000 age spots. Oh, dueling mics. Okay, hold on. Let me hit audio again. It says I'm just on this one. Oh, sound is fine. Okay. So you can see me and you can hear me. Now, I think this video is the most clear, like crisp. Like seriously, you can see my face so detailed. So if I hold it up to this, oh yes, well, it's a little blurry. Yeah, that one comes in much better than this other one. I think I might retire the new web camera that I just got. Well, I mean, I didn't just get it. Let me move this over. I think I'm going to go back to this one, which I got rid of and got that other one, but I think this one is better. What do you guys think? Do you think this one's better? But look at, oh my gosh, I feel like it shows, I used to have so many freckles. I feel like they've gone away mostly, but I still have them. I still have them on this camera. Oh, and it's showing the bags under my eyes. Or maybe I'm just noticing it more. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know if I want to keep it. I lost a lot of people playing with my cameras and stuff. They're like, we're out of here. You're all done packaging. We don't want to see your camera stuff. All right, folks. I don't think I have anything else today. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I'm going to release my shipping video. Gosh, maybe I'll go ahead and release it today instead of tomorrow. And then I got to go do my taxes. I got to do my income and I have to do my sales tax. Sales tax is a big thing right now because that deadline is the 20th. I got to do that. All right, Pam, thank you. Have a good day. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and putting up with my running to the restroom. I'm sorry about that. And, of course, my playing with my cameras. And I only had a few items today. What, six things to pack today? Not much at all. Very, very slow day, which is typical for a Tuesday. All right. Everybody have a great time. I think when you get a shade on a window, it will soften some. I think you're right. I think the shade, if I can remember to get a shade, which I've been saying it for, I don't know, 6 months now. Someday I'll remember. I think right now when I stand up, when I leave, I'm going to measure my window and maybe I'll just order one with my grocery pickup because I got to do a grocery pickup also. All right, folks. See ya. I probably won't see you guys until next week, until Monday, because I have company and I'm not sure if I'll be coming online and doing any of this chit-chatty while they're here. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of the week.